Hi everyone, how's everybody doing? Holy crazy, and I'm just gonna try to figure out how to maybe place this so I can shuffle some cards and hang out and just kind of vibe out with y'all. So thanks for coming to visit Metaphysical Mama, the channel, anyhow. And I guess I'm just gonna blab for a hot second. So I'll let you. Such a nice day out. So we had the full lunar blood moon eclipse last night, May 15th, Sunday. So I was outside till like 2:30 in the morning, and the big dark clouds came and covered it up. The truck covering up my, trying to cover me up presently. And maybe I'll flip it around for now. Am I even able to do that? I don't want to mess around too much. I start, there we go. So I'm just gonna pitch it this way. No, it's telling me to do it like this. All right, YouTube. So yes, sorry, YouTube flagged me for, said sexual content and nudity because of the thumbnail from the other day. It was a card. It was like Nyx or Venus or Lilith, I think. So I'll have to change the thumbnail, but I kind of was giggling about that this morning. It's like, see how stories get started or things get stretched out or drawn or looked at as a, because there's nothing that had to do with sexuality or nudity or anything in that video. It got flagged and I was like, I was like, did I, like maybe I leaned over or did something in the video or But no, it was the thumbnail, which I think I kind of recognized. I was like, I wonder. So anyhow, I guess that was a flag on the channel, but that's okay. Hear the birds chirping. So yeah, funny enough. So now I'm gonna flip you back around. I just wanted to say hi. I'll let you look at nature. Oh, tad. So yeah. This is going to be kind of short too because I don't have too much battery. So it was crazy last night. I was hanging out and, you know, I stuck around outside during the full moon and the lunar eclipse. Excuse me. Today is the full moon, full flower, right? Super moon in Scorpio. And we got Mercury retrograde still that we're in. And so it's funny. I had pulled literally this guy had walked by me. I met him last night while I was standing outside during the eclipse. I was standing outside with a few friends. And so I was like, again, right? So we got to name them because it's important to note these things, right? So it was very special because I don't think we're going to have another full lunar eclipse until, oh, birdie. Until, hello, little bird. 2025, March and November 2025. So it was super special, and that kind of closed off a lot of the loud trucks driving by. The portals from the parade of eclipses we had from like 2017, I believe it was. Remember, we had the alignment, all the planetary alignments in 2017, right? September 23rd. Was it 2016 or 17? 17, I do believe. Getting all mixed up with our days and months and years and whatever the heck right now. So anyhow, pulling this card was crazy. So I saw this guy last night and and then I just saw him again this morning. So his name is Jose, and he wanted me to, he asked if I was just sitting out here with my stuff, which I don't always do. And so he asked if I would do a reading for him, and I don't generally do that neither for people specifically, but you know, and I was like, I happened to shuffle the cards, and this is what just came right out. And so I was like, get the fuck out of here. So of course we have to definitely record this. And then too, it was the blood red moon. I had bats fly over my head last night after the eclipse was covered up by the dark, dark, dark clouds. And sorry, I'm giving you the view of the fence rather than the trees. And so then look at this. Yeah, I have like this. Can you see my arm? I got these red markings on my arm. And I sat out in the sun a lot yesterday, so if you could see, I've like got a lot of color yesterday. And I was itchy yesterday, like, but I don't know what. Yeah, very. Anyhow, the blood red moon, and I have like these red markings on my arm that pop up today. I'm like, what is that? I must have scratched myself in my sleep, or I don't know if I banged my arm. It's like broken blood vessels, and it looks like an angle. It's like a 90-degree angle. It's very bizarre. Anyhow, yeah, right through my. So very like right. Anyhow, weird shit. And so I had like my red hooded sweatshirt on last night. And I was wearing red, white, and blue yesterday. I had like my navy sport shorts on and my white t-shirt, which I don't always wear, and then my red sweatshirt. Oh look here, we are the world, the high vibe tribe. Sometimes we got to go low. Like this was kind of just there, like that. So right, getting brought into a portal, and don't worry about which way is up or which way is down right now, because Neptune and time is fluid, right? Like Bruce Lee said, be like water, right? Because we're in a new, right? Making change, right? In a new current, right? We're making change in the current times we're in. We're being fluid with Father Time, right? Time is like the amniotic fluid, right, within the mother while we're growing in utero, right, in the gestational period, the genes of Isis, Genesis, right? And we go through almost 10 months of living in the womb of Gaia, right? Womb, right? Surrounded by the amniotic sac, which also represents Father Time, or Anu, or our adoptive governmental, right, parentals, the father, the foster father, right, that we're adopted into, right? And that also represents the demiurge, or that, right, the little graphic. So if you're, right, like say the afterbirth, right, that is also born with the child or baby, right, when something's born, the afterbirth. I got little birdies again. Oh, they're flying away. Shy birds. So when we bring the consciousness of those concepts into our, right, reality, right, because when we are in utero, we don't remember that we died from that existence in liquid, right? Our soul had to decide to be birthed into an Adam and Eve mother, make an agreement with God and the Father and the right and all this spin your soul. Your soul made an agreement to come into, right, from the 13 moon mansions, which is above the zodiacal calendar, right? So it's like our soul jumped into, right, and Eve mother made an agreement with, right? There's so many involved, like all the little that are on the ground right now, the little Pinocchios that keep falling. All the lies that we believe. Right, and it's just part of the process. So don't allow anything to make, like, because, you know, I've definitely felt stupid throughout the process, or dumb, or like everybody else knows something but me, and still feel that way a lot of the time. You know, so it's like just keep swimming, right? Right, through the void of the course of the moon, or the void of, right, say the sun, right? The sun produces a shadow that we see, but the central sun is within us, right? Every person, everybody, every person, right? You are a sun, which is a star, right? Sun, I don't want to get too in your eye, but, right, bright shining star, right? And the one within you grows in the dark, right? In the void, right? That's why to know your natal chart, to have the awareness of your moon sign and your rising sign, your ascending sign, because the moon is how you feel inside, right? In the darkest places, like I wish I could do that, but I can't because ABC, 1, 2, 3, right? Because these are the rules and the laws, right? And what we've made it to be in the land of make-believe. So we have had to live, say, these lies, so to speak, right, for a certain amount of time until we're ready to, right, bloom, blossom, and grow from within, right, our own tree of life, right? Allowing the seeds, right, to blossom rather than forcing things to be or grow or worrying that they won't. Right, this is where we're learning to allow. It's just 11:09, 11:11. Woody woo boo, woody boo. 11:13, 11:14, and it's May 16th. Right, so this is a hue, right? May, okay, April showers bring May flowers, and like Mayflower, we have the full flower, right? Blood moon in Scorpio and Taurus sun, and those are opposites. Like my birthday's May 19th. My birthday's this week. So I'm like on the cusp of Gemini, right? Stepping into Gemini, and my opposite sign, or my like right shadow sign, is Scorpio, or hidden sign somewhat. And that's how I'm gonna say about that part now. But right, so and then so having that knowledge of self, because that was confusing to me a lot throughout my life, because it's like reading a horoscope, it's like, well, it didn't always really apply to me, like reading Taurus or what have you. And then even Gemini, it's like, well, somewhat, but I just not like, yeah, some kind of, but not really, like how I feel, like not really. So then later, in in the last like right decade or so, I had learned, right, your moon sign is how you feel inside. Our sun sign, right, our birthday, our physical birthday, right, our sun, that's our ego, or our, say, devil that pops out, right? I have to call her back. Oh, I'll have to make this really quick. But that's our ego, right, or our ID, our identifier, right? Our little that's our dandelion, right, recognizes that big old sun, that crocodile. So the physical birthday, that represents like our ego and how we feel and how we've been able to have a human experience, what we like, what we don't like, right? So we're kind of like little childish kids, stomping all over the grounds, right? We had the keys to the cars, the keys to the streets. So it's been like, it's been like trials and tribulations, and now we're just been going through our shit. I know a squirrel. So, right, gathering our nuts, digging and looking for what's been missing, right, our missing pieces, so we can find peace of mind, right, find our peace, right, is it a particle or is it a wave, right, it's both, right, to be a particle and allow ourselves to travel through the waves, the currents, right, of water, the current now, moment, right, just allow. So, and then our moon sign is how we feel within, and our rising sign, our ascending sign, is how others see us. So once I learned that, I was like, oh, because then when I read and put it into context, it makes much, much more sense. And I'm like, no, that is, because it was very conflicting before. It's okay. Look at, I got another little dude. He's like, they come and say hi to me like every morning, these two. Hi, dude. Hi, little dude. I have a squirrely squirrel. That's one of definitely my favorites. I called nicknames. Nutty Squirrel Girl. Look at him, he's so cute. So, you know, just kind of being okay with sometimes, look, there they are, with not being okay. Let's see how close they get. I don't, they really come very close to me every morning. They get closer. I like my little buddies. I threw a banana over their farm before. It was a little too ripe for me. I don't know if they were interested or not. Doesn't seem to be. And that's one of those things too. I don't want to get too crazy into what it, but again, belief systems and what have you. Again, a lot of the time people have a belief that they're right. It's just tapping it. Don't go so much into right and wrong and this is and that isn't, and it's like we're kind of letting go. The whole eclipse and what have you is letting go of what no longer serves us, right? And allowing things to fade away, because we don't need to hold on to all that. It's like we can only, right, you can only eat so much on your plate at a time. So we can only deal with what we're being presented with in the now, and we have to untangle ourselves. And as we do so, we're also helping the greater whole, because this is quantum entanglement, right? So is it a particle or a wave, right? Well, quantum physics and quantum mechanics, right, and quantum entanglement says that, right, and we do as twin flames, we know that, right, or telepathy and what have you, where it's like, right, when one thing, no matter how far a distance, right, one or more are connected. There's just 17 on a nosy nose, right, and receive the messages that travel through space and time, right, throughout the speed of light, through, right, in between, the in-between. The frayed ends of sanity. And it's like ride the lightning. And every thought that we have, right, it's electric. Oogie, oogie, oogie. So it's positive or negative. So we don't want to allow others to push or pull us into a certain direction that we get, right, caught up in, right? Oh, caught in a mosh. Oh, caught in a mess. Right? Don't let the words, this is where we're allowing the words to be more fluid as well. That's where we, right, make change. Change holds more weight than, right, a dollar bill, y'all. And check this out too, it's so funny. In my book here, because this is my Black Moon astrology deck, and I had this, someone had given me this along with, I've shown stuff on my channel before about this gentleman that gave me like these very special things. So this was in my book in Taurus too. I had it in it. I was like, oh, I didn't even, which is right from Haiti, Cinco Gordes. It's like, right. So that means, you know, again, that's significant too. That didn't just come out for no reason. You know, everything is synchronicity in my book. To me, that's how, you know, life is. Look, and there's number 14 on the, I don't want to be too whatever on that, but yeah, 14, yeah, Osiris, and this is Haiti, right? Haiti, coming up from the abyss, the darkness, right? Birthing the light out of the dark. If we're following others' thoughts, others' sons and daughters' feelings and thoughts and perceptions and fears and what they've come to conclude up until now, right, my dears? Oh, cutie duty. You know, it's just, and it's not that awesome job, and that's amazing, everything we've done until this now point in time. And now, right, breathe and stop and take a pause and realize how far you've come up until this now moment in time. Right? Take a breath. This is where we're birthing together, right? All the seeds that we've been producing, right? And cutting the cords from what no longer serves us, right? All that is not divine, all that is like a vine, something that's grabbing us, right? Or pulling us down or holding on to us. And it doesn't always have to be bad. It's like, right, birthing a child, right? Where sun's peeking out again from the clouds a little bit there. Right? The umbilical cord, right? Alice from Umbra, the umbilical cord is connected, right? Like the roots of the trees down under, holding that big tree up so it can reach up toward the sun. Is it a male or a female tree? I'm not quite sure. I'm not a horticulturist. I just have love for all of them. Every person, place, and thing, right? Everyone. I'd like to learn more. Right? So we all grow different things, and we all grow at a different time and in a different manner and in a different way. And we're all made up of different, right? Again, star systems and galaxies, right? We are the stars, right? How long does it take time to travel light? How long does it take light to travel? And are we not rainbow beings of light, multidimensional beings of light and dark and everything else that comes within, right? We have to create the spark from within. And two, don't forget others like that, like archons in the, or, oh, there's a beautiful yellow butterfly flying around. I hope, and another birdie. Oh, there's a butterfly. Oh, where'd he go? Do you see him? Ooh, that was so good. Oh, I love that stuff. Oh, welcome to my world. So yeah, you know, every little thing matters. It does, really. It's like be in tune, two. Right from May till the month of June. Looney Tunes, FT. That's all, folks. Just kidding. Loud truck. They come try to overshadow us or railroad over us. We just gotta wait till the noise surpasses and dissipates, or the big wave crashes, and then allow time and space, right, with our breath, for that energy to calm down, right? Ground ourselves like the roots of the trees, right? Because no matter what season, most of them still stand, right? Unless a person comes and chops them down. Or, again, right? A big Zeus bolt of, right? So let me see if I'm able to fix this somewhere so I can read this reading, and then I gotta call my girl back there. So void, of course, of moon. Void, of course. I seriously can't believe that's what we pulled. I might have to, let's see. Where is it? My goodness, there we are. Huh. Right there. Yeah, this is a long one. Sorry, moving you around so much. Hopefully you don't mind. Hopefully you're seeing some cool shit. Let's see. I gotta balance this somehow up here. Hold on, bear with me. I'm sitting on the ground with my bag. See if I can. Hopefully you can. I'm just gonna have to hold it and read. So let's see. Actually, here. Let's put it on the card, right? Let's see. Void, of course, of moon. And we have the world. So this is a collective soul reading, right? And it's like, look, going into the dark. 5 of Pentacles, right? See a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. right? And 5 senses are human, right? And we're developing like a picture, right? In the dark. Everything grows in the dark. A seed, a star, a baby, a thought, right? Putting it into perspective and slowing down, right? Like the story of the turtle and the hare, the tortoise and the hare, the rabbit and the hare. Or no, the rabbit and the hare are the same, sorry. The rabbit and the hare are kind of... It's like Star of David. The rabbits. Mad Hatter, they change hats. Like Tesla. Watch out, Al. Watch out now. Da-da-da-da-da. Beat nuts. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so let's see. The moon is a friend for the lonesome to talk to. All is not as it seems. The void of course moon card can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question, right? Just be. We don't have ability to control a birthing process, right? It is what it is. We just have to go through it and allow it to be what it is, right? And it's very difficult, I know, especially masculines and divine masculines and any of us to, right, let go of what we think we know, right? And allow ourselves to, right, so to speak, lose control, right? We don't really have control to begin with. That's part of the false illusion, right? We can only do what we can do in the present now, right? That's why they call it present. Now, I'm sure Father Time would appreciate that. Let's see. As it is now, the results may not be what you want. What is a void of course of moon? The moon travels through the entire zodiac in 27.5 days. Right? 27, which is 9. That's important. And today's a 9 day. And also, right, because it's 5/16/2022. Also, it's a 6 year. And also, if you just add the 5 and the 16, it's 12. And then 3. So it's a 3/6/9 day. So lots of Tesla numbers going on in this. Also, lunar eclipse, full moon in Scorpio, clip, and connect, and, right, connect the dots, alternate current, direct current, AC/DC, right? Blue moon, the wind's blowing, the winds are blowing. All right. There's a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. It's as if the moon has gone to sleep. Her wisdom is being withheld until she moves into a new sign, and the moon begins a new chapter or story. The usual axiom for starting things on a void of course moon is nothing will come of the matter. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time, it'll end up far worse than you planned, right? If you're trying to hold on to control and trying to direct the way something's going, right, it's like, right, just like, Jesus, take the wheel, right? Or when you jump in and swim in the water, we don't have control, we just have to swim, right? A little different than walking on 2 feet. Okay. Matters will not go as you planned. As a matter of fact, they'll probably end up far worse than you planned. You have been caught blissfully unaware, which is also exciting. It can be scary, but look at it, right? It depends on how we look at it. Scary, and then, hold on a second, I know how to swim, right? I know how to be in the dark. I'm okay. This is just me blooming and blossoming into a new me anyway, right? Okay, so let's see. You've been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something, or you weren't paying close enough attention. Story of my life. But you won't be able to set the situation right at the current time, right? Just go with the flow, or just be still. And the right thing will come to you as you go. You don't need to know, right? This card says to sit still and stay as you are. Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. And look, it's getting cloudy, like it's gonna storm. And it was so sunny and super hot, like really early too. Let's see. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference, right? Or worry, right? Or too much energy, or fear, false evidence appearing real, or F everything and run, right? Running away from it. Just be still, right? Peace, be still. And what needs to fade away will fade away, and what we need to know will come to us as we allow it. It may be in a different way than we would expect, right? Allowing ourselves, our other senses to appear so that we have more self-mastery, right? And we come, right? We're more clear, more transparency. Okay. Don't bail anyone out or make loans currently, because it is unlikely you will be repaid. Medical results will probably not be accurate, especially what we got Mercury retrograde, and there's so much change. So yeah, see, medical results will probably not be accurate. So don't put all this worry into something you don't need to waste your time and energy, which is your resources, your money, your currents, your currency, your currents. Don't just keep spilling them out and leaking them out, right? Breathe, recenter, come to that inner peaceful place. Try to regain control of your breath so you can find, right, true north, the inner compass, right in the center, where the central sun, the central heart is, the heart chakra. Right? That's what creates the Taurus field, right? We have Sun in Taurus, the Taurus field. Every breath you take. All right, if your question is about a job or career move, then it's not the right one. If you apply for a job and get hired, it will not be long lasting. It's possible you'll get hired and then a more suitable job will come along and you will have to leave the first one. So don't just go jumping into the first square, what is presenting itself like to scare you into a situation, or, right, glittery, like a little fishing lure, or what glitters is gold, or this might be a good idea. Somebody that talks quieter and whatever, right? Careful, you just become aware. Right? You don't need to make a decision, right? If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. You don't have to go forward or back, or left or right, or up or down, or make a choice, or go right now, or give someone an answer. It's like, hold on a second. I need some time and space to process that. Okay. After a long and costly effort, right, now you're going to be exhausted, your matter in question may fail. People around you may start behaving like screw-ups. It could be that your great passions are playing against you. Or it may just feel that way, because you need to take a breath and chill out and let go of some shit so you have more space and more room to grow, right? Have no doubt. This is expansion. Welcome to Neptune and Saturn return and all this other stuff, right? Wow. All right, discipline is needed, right? Yeah, Saturn return. It is not a time to act impulsively. Whatever you do as your routine will stay as it is. However, matters that are unplanned or spontaneous will tend to work out for you, right? All of a sudden, if you start to learn how to swim and go with the flow, things will just start to work out. Synchronicities will start to appear before your eyes, right? And you'll know that you're in the right place at the right time. You're right in the here and now, right? The after life. A void of course moon can be used to your benefit. So keep this in mind when this card shows up in a spread. For instance, you can work on something you really don't want. Exactly, right? Put time and effort into things that you don't think, right? It's like, wait a minute, maybe I'm, right, resisting, right? What we resist persists, right? And rejection is protection a lot of the time. So we can get upset, but we got to take a better, deeper look at that, right? Not just let our sun rule us. Breathe, go inside, go into your moon, close your eyes if you're in a safe place of able to do so, your physical eyes. We see best in the dark. Ground, root, if you can, sit outside like I am. I'm just sitting here on the ground. I got my bare feet. Okay. So it can be used for your benefit. So keep this in mind when this card shows up. For instance, you can work on something you don't really want, that you really don't want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life, right? But sometimes we have to engage and take that moment because maybe we're coming from a judgmental place, or we're a fearful place, again, because there's a judgment there, right? It's like, let's take a look at what is causing, right, an electrical rod to get stuck up within us that we reject or just accept on, right, something that maybe we need to, like, right, if we're rejecting it, maybe we need to allow and accept it a little bit so that we can integrate it and alchemize it, and so it's not such a wall in between two spaces of time, right, two things, right? We're allowing things to blend a little bit, right? Allowing water and air and the currency to be what it is, right? Not what we think it is, not what we thought it was, not what we feel it is or should be, or we're told it was. Right? It doesn't mean that you have to then become attached to that person, place, or thing. You're just allowing a little bit of that person, place, or thing, or that perception to enter, right, within the breath. Allow it to, right, come in and through and out just a little bit. And then it can just float away, kind of, right? It's like, let the colors of the rainbow kind of appear, different vibrations of what we think it is, right? That it may not be, right? Honey, yeah. All right, macro and micros, in and out. So within, so without, as above, so below. And then we stay in the present now and we let it flow. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the Void of Course Moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, then it'll be very likely they will not come about. Right? And a lot of people feel stuck in situations. This is when we're also letting go, releasing all contracts, null and void, cancel, clear, delete, that we have either been roped into or have had been forced into or falsely, right? If you're innocent and had no knowledge, or ignorant to, right? So not having knowledge of, right, being manipulated into, and then saying that, right, there was consent in some manner, right? So letting go and releasing all contracts in any manner. Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, soul contracts, right, null and void, that are not of mine or your highest good or the greatest good of the whole. And just allow them to dissolve into where they need to dissolve to create free energy and be neutral, and that's how we leave it. We have no control. We just, like, it's like untying a knot. Like, oh, can we untie this knot in that necklace? A little bee. Coming to see me. Okay. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the Void of Course of Moon card turns up. So again, tuning into your unseen supernatural, right? What you feel inside. When you connect, right? Like when you think about somebody and all of a sudden they call, right? It's like telepathy, right? How do things get built or messages get sent throughout time and space, like way back in the, right, ancient times, which is frequency? How did those things get built all around the earth, right? Those messages were passed all throughout the world, like they are now, throughout the collective consciousness. And the subconsciousness, right, produces the unconscious. And then we act things out unconsciously and are trying, right, and consciously becoming aware of, right, what we unconsciously do and how the subconscious produce, right? The circle that is around the ring of fire, that's right, the semiconductor. The is it plasma around the cell of the atom? Semiconductor, right? So we want to be a conductor and a director, right, of our production, what we're producing, the seeds we're producing, the thoughts and the feelings and the dreams, right? We don't want to allow others to keep stealing while we're asleep, right? And selling our fantasies and dreams and twisting who and what we are into, right? A living nightmare, right? So that's where it's like, wait a second, because it's not the first thoughts and feelings we have. Those are usually negative and quite scary. So it's like, wait, we can do more with those. We want to produce more fruit from our living tree, from within our garden, right? So it's a good time to dream and even make plans. Just do not act on them yet, right? Meditate, dream, imagine. Allow yourself to be free and childlike. Remember who you are within that human skin. No matter what age, right, you say you are, or what kind of person, human being you've been made to be or feel like you, right? It's like, okay, now, right, you don't, and legally, right, no offense against you, right, our human conscious, in the law too, if you say you're a human, then that means you're an animal that needs to be, right, like a dog, directed, controlled. That means you're a codependent. You don't have awareness of self, right? So you're a person. You're an individual person, right? You're a being. You exist. You're a being that's walking around in a landmass, a body with living waters within. So it matters very much what happens in the largest organism that surrounds all that darkness, which we call skin, right? That's breathing and that stretches and does all sorts of things, right? And we can put ink on it that stays, right? Let freedom ring. All right. Also, do not plan a wedding if this card comes up. Keep in mind, the time is not yet ripe, right? So a lot of people put into, like, again, looking on the outside, right, all this marriage stuff and what have you. Again, the twin flame alchemy come from within. We have to be a full individual person, right? That's master, right? Twin flame alchemy, mastering self. So let's see, void, of course, moon, and brief. Weather cancellations, frustrations, delays, vagueness, excuse me. Hollow feelings, right? Hollow be thy name. In the hollow, right, is where we make art come alive. A sense of everything being unreal, very supernatural. We're in, Mercury retrograde, Neptune, the 3 galactical centers are coming together. We have Milky Way, Goldilocks, and Andromeda, right? The 3 combining. So that's a trinity. There's a lot of trinities, a lot of 3s, a lot of different, like, numerical synchronicities might come up, right? And just let them play out how they are, right? Like Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency, sound, and vibration, right? Radio, not soap. Think about that while you close your eyes in a safe place. Radio, not soap. Tune in. Tune up your immortal instrument, right? Let me be an instrument of thy peace, right? Our body is built with internal organs, and one very large organ we call the skin, the largest one that we live within. They all have different vibrations, right? Different frequencies, and every emotion that we have is connected to an organ within the vessel, the physical vessel, right? Every emotion is connected to an organ. So if we're acting out or carrying certain emotional baggage with us constantly, then those parts of our body are going to manifest in a way, get clogged, swollen, right? Other pieces or things may block those parts of our body so they're protected. So other, parts may fail or slow down or become sluggish, right? So learning how we manifest dis-ease, right, begins in the spiritual and the emotional body. Okay, codependency, alcoholism, addiction, those are emotional and spiritual disease, which then produce mental faculties to go, right, awry. So we want to have balance, not call them more names. We want to bring them back in and acknowledge them, not that allow them to be, right, flying around, right, the smokeless gin. Shadows same as vapors. Tubes, tubal cane, ham, right? Using thy will and like Crowley. So like, and that's right, we were coming out of the like this domination. So it's like not again to even judge any of that, right? It's bringing again into vibration, calm, soothing, like it's okay. It's not, say the behavior is not okay, right? Everyone needs to heal. So it's okay that we don't always feel okay. And everyone needs a safe place to be and feel okay. All right. So that they can heal, right? So that they have ability, so we all have ability to produce the fruit that needs to be grown within our vessels without someone else calling us something that we're not, when they don't really have knowledge of such natures. There's many different species here walking around, right? And right, did you come from the Ham bloodline? Did you come from, right, the cow, which is Satan bloodline, and more, right? I mean, it's like, so there's so many different things. So did you come from aquatic? Are you a mixture of such natures? Which star systems did you come from? Which periodic elements make up your natal chart that make up your physical, right, and mental body to carry your soul and spirit throughout, right, those lifetimes and journeys, and to vibrate within the skin that you're in, right, your rainbow body, right? We're really vibrating at such a fast pace. We seem and appear to be, right, a solid, right, hues of man race. But everything, even the stuff, like there's stuff, I'm sitting in a hotel, they've been emptying it because everything flooded. I think these are my old beds from my room. They had to empty everything and they like steam cleaned it, I guess, in there. I'm not in there now. I'm next door in Papa Joe's old room. It's so funny. So anyhow, but right, even these things, the wood and what have you, and the metal frame, right, this isn't solid. I mean, I can touch it and it appears to be solid and I'm touching it, but right, but it's just vibrating at a different frequency and density than I am. So we're able to, right, like I'm able to put something in my cup. I can put whatever I want in my cup. Fluid or not. It's empty right now. I had coffee in it before. I love this cup. All right. Anyhow, right, perceptions, right? The doors of perception. Listen to the doors. That's such good music to listen to. So, let's see. A sense of everything being unreal, emptiness, making mistakes, and other bad decisions. Promises not met, unfulfilled plans, the sleeping mind, not paying attention, false starts, matters remaining unresolved, a time to wait a while and start over. Hi, Hank. A time to float or rest. Serendipitous occurrences, a time to disconnect. Things begun requiring adjustments later. Things begun requiring adjustments later. So, like, don't worry about it right now. Inconclusive or wrong medical results. An unfavorable time to apply for a job, get married, or for non-routine medical procedures, right? Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna make a decision and go do this now. I think, right? It's like you're just, this is where you chill. Corresponding tarot card is Eight of Cups, and key ideas, silence, failed judgment, which is okay. We don't have to judge. We don't need to. We don't want to be the judge. We want to allow more things to come into our perception and allow things to be let go of that need to be let go of, that we no longer need to, right, hold on to, whether it's a thought, a thing, a person, a place, right, a belief, right? The matrix is the belief system, right? Being belief, be a lie, you get an F, right? Be living a lie. Realize, real lies. So, right? So, let's see. False readings, failed judgment, wasted effort, the wrong choice, missed opportunity, sleep, and recovery. So it's really totally about rest. And have faith, because faith without works is dead. And that's the other card that has, like, popped out. I had those on the South Node, life debts. So, right, Saturn's coming to collect. Moon, the soul. Number 2, 42, 6, 33. Big numbers, 6, 6. Again. And on that note, I'm going to go because my girlie's calling me again. So have faith. Life stats are being paid. And it's going to make room for, right, everything that we need. Look, destiny. Okay? What else? Stability. Right? That's all what Taurus is about. And we got Moon in Scorpio, which is like Pluto, right? Transform or die. So everything in the eclipse, everything that needs to be let go of is. And that's just it. And look, we got fortune here too. Increase. So have faith. Know that we are the abundance. We are the resources, right? We are the ones that we've been looking for. Soul Tribe. Starseed family. Extraterrestrial. Ultra-terrestrial. Hues of man. Humanity. We're such a mixture of things, right? Our animal, the plants and the minerals that we come from, the different, like, vibrations and experiences we've had, right? Think about it. It's like where you were born or where you grow up. Do you call yourself that? Like, right? Like I was born, like wherever you're born, are you that state? Are you that, right? Are you that, do you call yourself a whatever from that state you were born or town? Do you even live in that place anymore? Or where you went to school? Maybe at one point in time you did, right? But now, right? So it doesn't mean that doesn't matter, but that was just part of your past and who you were that makes you who you are now. That's still part of you, but you're not still that, right? Like, so, right? Like, look at things, right? Like, again, perception, taking things and bringing them into perspective by allowing them to come up from the past, from the from the unknown, right? And just allow them to be and be artistic and co-create with spirit and with lots of love. And I'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe, and ding the little bell. And be still and peace be well. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Later. One love, y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for hanging out, Soul Tribe. One love. Keep swimming. just keep swimming and vibe. And just be still when you need to and breathe. The air, right? That's Father and live. And then we got the blue sky, Anu, right? And Horus always looking over at one eye, right? Ain't nothing new that happened under the sun, right? But it starts at the navel cavity, right? From within, that gut. And then rises up over the crown, right? Virus of the crown. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Otherwise, Kronos will eat you like steak. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. We're just playing. Bump. Up deep. That's all, folks.